Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Loving Your Life with Mama D. I'm Glenda Davis, aka Mama D, and you're in Mama D's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making Ritz cracker pie. That's right. It seems like I remember my mom making something with Ritz crackers. I can't remember what it was. So I started to do a little research and there it was. Boom. Ritz cracker pie. It is so true. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get it started. I'm going to walk right through it and I'll let you know how it tastes at the end, and maybe you'll like it and you'll try it too. Okay? All right, let's get to it. Okay, so you'll need a medium-sized saucepan, and you want to set your fire to a medium high. The recipe called for 2 cups of water. I added 1 cup of water, and on my own, I decided to add 1 cup of milk. I just felt that this would be just a little better. And then you add 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar. And you just go ahead and kind of mix that in a little bit because it has a tendency to settle to the bottom. It's kind of a starchy ingredient. So I just mixed it up a little bit. And then you want to come back and add, the recipe called for 1 cup of sugar. I added almost a full cup of sugar. I did back off a little bit from the sugar. And now you just want to get all that sugar mixed in along with the cream of tartar, the water, the milk, and then sprinkle in a little cinnamon. I think it called for like a teaspoon of cinnamon, but I just kind of shook some in. It really wasn't measured because I know the cinnamon is just to give it, that kind of an appley taste, or just to give it a little spice. Then it asks for like about 39 crackers. I had the nerve to start counting them. So I added a whole sleeve and a little more. It was about 40, 41 altogether. But it was just strange because, just counting them out like that, it was almost like, what difference does it make? 39 crackers, 40 crackers, what? But yeah, I added like 41 crackers, I believe I counted. And then you just want to get them in. Now, you don't really have to stir it much, but I just wanted to make sure that they were all saturated. You want to keep your heat turned down just a little bit at this point because I had milk in there as well as water, and I knew it could, kind of start to foam up and overflow. So I turned it down to a medium until it just came to a boil. And as I watched it cook down, you can see it began to set up and it began to thicken, and it really didn't start to rise out of the pan. It just, kept cooking. Like they say, leave it about 5 minutes on a boil because the crackers will soften at that point. So while this was taking place, I just gave it just another very light stir, but I got my pie pan ready. So you can use a ready-made pie shell. I did the kind that you just roll out, and I used a deep dish pie pan. You can use one that's not necessarily a deep dish, because when you pour the mixture in, it's not going to like overflow or anything. So it's up to you what size pie pan that you want to use, but it only takes 1 pie shell. You can buy like the pre-pan kind that comes in the aluminum pan if you want, but I just get the kind that you just unroll and just lay it in the pan. Now, in the meantime, the crackers, they have gotten so thick that you just really wouldn't believe whatever the chemical action is or reaction is in that pan that happens to these crackers are just really phenomenal because they began to actually start looking like apples. See that? It's so super thick. And so at this point, I just poured them over into the pie shell. I had plenty of room because, like I said, this was a deep pie shell. You can want that use the regular kind if you want, but you'll see what happens next here because I still have to do the topping. So you just want to spread it out as evenly in the pan as possible. Get the crackers all spread out because it'll make a difference in, how it cuts. Because if you have all the juice on one side, it's going to be a little too creamy on one side. But just get all the crackers and everything really smooth and in the middle. Then you want to go ahead and make your topping. You use a cup of crushed crackers, those same crackers that ones that came out of the extra sleeve. I think I probably had about 15 crackers or so. Then I crushed those up and made 1 cup. And then you can use a cup of brown sugar or a cup of regular sugar. I kind of narrowed it down. I didn't use a whole cup, but almost a whole cup of sugar. And then you want to add a stick of melted butter. And you can also, and I probably should have put some vanilla in it. I really wasn't thinking too much, but I sprinkled a little more cinnamon, stirred it up well, and then I took my butter, the stick of butter, heated it while it was still nice and warm. I poured it on top of the cracker mix and began to mix it so that it will make the topping. Now, once you get that stirred up really well, it actually starts to kind of make a crumb topping, and you just want to get that butter and just the sugar and everything. And I'll tell you, this is a sweet pie. This is not a bland pie by any means. So you don't want to eat a whole lot of it if you're trying to watch your weight and thinking about more healthier eating. But that's going to be like 2 cups of sugar in the whole pie. And that can be a little excessive for a pie. And that's mainly because of the topping. Now, you can do something different with the topping, or maybe make a meringue topping or something like that if you want, or use a Cool Whip, or just serve it with some ice cream. But you do want to have some kind of topping on it because if you notice just the way it looks, it seems like it needs something. And I've heard that you can put even another pie crust on top as well. So anyway, once I got it all smoothed out and scraped out of the bowl, I tried to get it even over the entire pie, and it was just enough to cover it from edge to edge. Have your oven preset to 325, and you want to bake it in the middle for about 35 to 40 minutes. And when it's out, it's ready. Now, I cut this pie way too early. I did not let it cool, but about maybe 10 minutes in that pan. That glass dish was still pretty hot, but I was determined to get it out and taste it because it smells so good. It looks so good. And I was having a hard time waiting as usual. But take a look at it. Here's the pie. Can I tell y'all something? This pie tastes like apple pie. How? I don't know. I can't explain it. It looks like apple pie. And it tastes like a crumb top apple pie. It is so good. I will make this again and really try it. I kid you not. This is like apple pie. I don't know how else to put it. Anyway. Okay. So you know, it's your life. Love it and make the best of it. And don't forget to make some of this Ritz cracker pie. I can't even explain it. I'm without words. I'm just lost for words how to explain that. But how that turned out, I don't know. I don't know. But listen, it's your life, love it, and make the best of it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, share it with somebody, and leave me a comment. And until next time, I'll see ya. Bye-bye.